Okay, I'm back. We ran out of memory, had to download, and of course I wanted to watch the playback. So anyway, I was saying I did not have time to feel sorry for our circumstances, and I was the one who was holding it all together for this household, which now I can appreciate how a husband or whoever is in charge, or I don't like that word, but the person who's providing financially for the family, that I have a better appreciation for that, and how taxing and burdensome that can feel. So, as I was saying, once Matt got this job this past fall, I did just started kind of crumbling, and the thread that I had been hanging on by broke. So I prayed and asked God, please show me a sign that it's okay to leave. And I felt like God clearly pointed out to me that I had all the signs I needed. They were my failing health and leaving our daughter here in the mornings for an hour by herself to get her own lunch, to fix her own breakfast, get off to the bus on her own, make sure the house was locked up, and then return home at the end of the day to an empty house. And it was at least 30 minutes to an hour before somebody was home. That just was not okay with my mom heart. And so it was a really tough decision. I actually didn't make the decision. It just happened. I mean, it was my choice, but it is something that just one day it was what it was, and the decision was made in a morning. So I've never done anything like that. It's pretty much out of character for me. Of course, I worried about the people that I had worked with for the past 4 years. I think we were going into our 5th year together. And the kids that I had already gotten to know in the first 6 weeks of school, the relationships I was developing with their parents. But what helped me through that part of it was that I knew they would be okay. I knew that once the dust settled and there was someone to take my place, that everything would be okay, and it is. All of that to say, putting yourself first, making decisions for yourself so that your priorities, so that you're living according to your priorities, that was the thing with me. I was not. My priorities, I would say, were my home. By that, I don't mean the physical house. I think y'all know that. I mean providing meals, my presence, a clean home, and just being there for my daughter. So those were my priorities, and I wasn't living according to those at all. I didn't think it made any sense. And I knew money could not be the determining factor. It just couldn't. My health had to come first. My daughter had to come first. This household had to come first. So it's been an interesting transition, but there are days where I wake up and I'm just so relieved that I am home. And there are times where I'm out running errands and I'm driving, and I just have this joy about this new place that I found myself in. So, getting your priorities in order. First, you need to know what they are. What is important to you? What tugs on your heartstrings? What do you care about in your everyday life? What can you let go of? What's not really that important? And make decisions based on that. And it is so hard for women to consider themselves above other people, but it'll be okay. I've been through it, and I'm speaking from experience, and I'm encouraging you to know that it will be okay. You have to take care of yourself. You know, if I asked any one of you what your priorities were, the generic answer would probably be my faith, my family, my friends. And then you wouldn't even say yourself. We need to fix that order up a little bit. Because, just like I said when we started out, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. Now, I want you to take time to think about that. Let it just kind of sit with you and process it. Figure out, am I living according to my priorities? Is there something I need to change? And I'm going to try to make sure that I have my comments threaded so that we can have a discussion. I want us talking to each other, and I want dialogue. Women need to talk to each other. We hold an understanding about what we go through and what it's like to walk in each other's shoes. So we need to be encouraging each other, and that's part of what this series is all about. Coming together as women and supporting each other and encouraging each other. So please, 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 let's get a dialogue started through comments, emails, however you want to do it. But let's talk. And then I will see you back here. Well, I don't know that it's going to be another video.